Well, hello.
Hello,
I'm Andy,
I'm Jason.
and this is Carving Gunpla. A couple of guys carving some Gundam model kits, and this being episode 1, we are going to watch episode 1 of Gundam Seed, work on some seed kits, and then, because we hate ourselves, watch episode 1 of both the Ocean dub and the Funny dub.
And we will see how far we get.
Our plan is to try to make it through all 100 episodes of Seed.
Seed and Seed Destiny.
On what we'd like to call our road to freedom. Though we're going to see the movie way before we hit 100
Before
episodes.
we finish watching Seed and Destiny. Yes.
But join us on our journey, and with that, I guess we're going to start.
Start watching. Episode 1, Ocean.
Yes, the Ocean dub.
The Ocean dub that we
Grew up with?
grew up with. Is what I was going to say, but it wasn't the right.
Pretty sure we're old enough that it was before, or way after we were out of school. So.
We were grown up. So we're talking 2002.
Yeah.
So, right? 2002?
Yeah.
That's when I graduated.
Hey, there we go.
It's
It actually played. And if you look at the corner of your screen, you'll see the Cooper's Pagoo Hound. Don't worry about that box. It'll make sense later on.
Yeah.
It's hiding the train.
Studio 1.0.
1.0. Forever Studio. Who knows? Maybe someday we'll move somewhere else.
Maybe.
Oh,
there's our random commentator.
Jazzy, the third host of our show. I forgot to introduce her.
She's being very vocal. Forza.
Our blue and pure world. I mean, Zap.
Earth forces aren't evil.
Zap's not evil either. It's just the cosmic.
Tensions were mounting between Earth and the Zap organization. Due to the bloody Valentine tragedy, these tensions suddenly escalated
Gundam.
into a full-scale war.
Dude, so hot debate you've seen online lately. The nipping.
The nipping.
Now, nippers, if you can see, these are some old Bandai regular baseline nippers.
Yep. And mine that I use are like, I don't know, $20. They're not.
But they're still double that.
Yeah. Yep.
Now, there's some argument for that, and hey, power to people, but when it comes to nipping, I've seen a lot of people do the double nip.
Yep.
We're talking big old nip. Intro songs. Skip those as much as possible. But a lot of people do the double nip, where they nip like a quarter of an inch of the sprue off, and then go back.
Cut it there.
I'm a firm believer of leaving maybe a 16th of an inch of a nub,
Yep.
and then going back and cleaning it up. Now, with that being said,
Hero.
This is where you're hanging out. Professor Kato has been trying to get a hold of you.
I didn't have this lined up. I'm not planning on this discussion. And I'm not 100% sure where my other nippers got out. But I do have a pair of very expensive nippers that are supposed to be
For
used.
special occasions only.
Well, like if you're nipping the antenna off of like a 1/350 scale battleship,
Oh,
they're
yeah.
super fine. They're paper thin. These gates way too big, but they clean very nicely. And they will continue to, because that's all I use it for. Is very fun. Oh, God.
Sure, there's nothing to worry about. Oh, they're close by, but our nation's neutral. Can't see Orc turning into a war zone.
Really? Then I guess we're okay.
The plants and Earth will see eye to eye. There will be no war.
Sorry, just taking in the voices while we
Yeah.
there is no comparison on the internet between the two dubs. You can find little like
Clips, little few
But-
second clips.
of certain scenes. But I like if you try to actually look up the two dubs, nothing.
And this dub is very hard to find anywhere to actually watch online.
Well, yeah, 'cause
We are using the DVDs that were released
in
in the
04,
mid 2000s.
like
Yep.
like 04.
Roughly, yeah.
Now, being a couple old schools,
Yep.
we both started watching Wing when it was on Toonami back in the day. Thankfully, our
And that-
parents had satellite to have Toonami back in the day.
I didn't have satellite, but at
Cable
least our
for-
internet, our cable company had Cartoon Network.
We only had one option where I lived, so we had to go with satellite.
Yeah.
And I was fumbling through the channels one day, and I saw a giant robot and went, "Hey, this doesn't look like Robotech."
So I didn't even know what Gundam was. I was in Toys R Us. And I saw the model kit on the shelf. And I was like, oh, that looks really cool.
The old Wing kits.
Yep. Got the Wing Gundam. Went home that day, built it, and I was like, I need more. And then I found out it was a show.
Oh,
Yeah. And then I found out it was a show, and Gundam Wing was on like episode 10 or something, and I was like,
episode 13, Catherine's Tears. Heavy Arm stands up out of the tent. That is the first scene I saw looking through the channels. And it's, amazing that I remember exactly which moment it was. But yeah,
I
from that-
think the moment I remember is Hero in the Wing Gundam destroying the plane.
I cut no
Yep.
favor.
Yep. If I remember correctly.
Yes, we do know Mario. Flails.
Gundam Wing. That's another time.
We'll get there.
Oh yeah. One word.
Now, we did say this is episode 1. And we'd like to point out there is an episode 0 that will be going up on our Patreon. Now, we're not greedy. We're not there for the money.
Nope.
We'll take the money. Don't get us wrong.
Right. But
We're just going to buy more kits with it.
the point of that in episode 0 is just anecdote.
And we just wanted to test the theory of doing this. And we watched Char's Counterattack.
We did.
And so the video failed on us, and it is 2 hours of audio only
Yep.
of us commentating on Char's Counterattack.
It was without mics,
One mic.
one microphone.
It wasn't terrible.
But it's definitely not for everyone.
I've watched this numerous times, and every time I'm like, oh yeah, forget how this started.
I get every time I start rewatching Seed, I get through the beginning few episodes, and then I drop off somewhere around like episode 10 or something like that.
I think the last time I tried watching this, I got halfway through, the Desert Tiger part, and I got sidetracked on something else.
Hey. Kira, you finally made it.
I have tried to watch the newer Gundam.
I think we made it about
I
20
get-
seconds into that video.
I know I've gotten three episodes on my own.
I've never actually tried new dub other than that one day we put it in just to hear it. We're like, wow.
I wanted to watch Gundam Seed, and I was too lazy to go dig my DVDs off the shelf, so I subscribed to Funimation so that I could watch it, and I was,
Did we just have a moment of silence for the death of Funimation now?
yeah. as we are currently recording this, Funimation has now been merged into Crunchyroll.
Oh, and they're not going to have the Funimation at the beginning of anything. It'll be Crunchyroll.
Yeah. Funimation, years of...
You should be watching.
Yep.
Like, years of. And yes, we'll refer to it as the funny dub because
Funny dub.
it's a funny dub.
Funny dub.
They didn't give me a separate pink dot for the eye.
Oh.
So I'm going to have to use the sticker because I am too lazy to try to draw.
Alas.
I didn't use the secret weapon. I stumbled across it somewhere. The toothpicks were the weapon of choice for putting on stickers.
Oh, yeah.
And it's actually been pretty accurate. So last week, Alex came over. She was the only one that came over last week. Wasn't it 2 weeks ago?
That was 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
And I gave her one, and she was just like, "Oh, this works so much better than using my knife." I'm like, yeah, because it doesn't stick to the toothpick. And then I lose the toothpick, and I gotta dig it out.
And the knife tends to put a little scratch on the sticker.
Yeah.
Too. No matter how hard you try not to, it still manages to do it.
Hopefully Bandai gives us a new high-grade gen sometime. We love the gen.
Jin is his favorite grunt from Gundam Seed.
I don't know.
I like the glaze. I really like the glaze.
I own one gen, and I own 3 Baku's. Actually, I think I own 4 Baku's. But yes, gen's hand down.
There's only really one Jin high grade model.
There's no grade and there's a high grade.
Yeah. And the high grade is the MSV high maneuver type.
They did that one as well.
I didn't think there was
There's a base gen.
one. There?
Yeah. It's the one I've got.
Okay.
There's a no grade, stick straight arm gen.
Okay. Stuff free. Maroon Brownie.
The harbor's about to be taken over. I'm launching too.
Shaky hands. Really good for doing stuff.
Having one of those days again.
It's not as bad as it could be, but we're not going to have a lot of critiques when it comes to the original dub because it's what we're used to. Like I said, we've watched these beginning episodes of Seed several times, and
Every time a disc came out when they released these discs, I would watch all the discs and the new one when it came out.
to get because what you had to wait.
It was at least 2 months, if not
Yeah.
more, between discs.
And you're talking 5 episodes per disc, so you're like,
I've watched the first half of Seed so many times it makes me want to cry. At least when Destiny came out, I didn't feel the urge to have to watch all of Seed and then
Well,
Destiny.
and I watched when Destiny was airing. I watched it as it was airing week to week in Japan, and I was watching it fan dub or fan sub. So when it comes to Destiny, I'm very attuned to the Japanese voices, not so much the dub.
Yeah, but it's a little more. Aegis and the strike that you want.
Aegis.
What's this all about? I don't know. We're under attack by Zap. Some of their mobile suits have entered the colony.
I like how well they're informed.
Very well informed for
College students.
scared
Randomly.
college students. They're like, oh, we're getting attacked. Guys, help. We're a neutral colony. Neutrality.
Destroy any parts we can't carry and the factories. Intel indicates fire. Are the other two still inside? Rusty and I'll continue. Ezak, you guys take these.
I really feel like there should have been an episode before this at some point. Even just kind of like Stargate or something. Like Rogue One, where they tell us how they got the intel that there's 5 suits. You know, a flashback, which we'll see. Great quantity. You may skip those
Oh, yeah.
episodes.
The much fabled recap episodes.
But you know, like just a line in a recap where they're like, you know, hey, one of our insiders or discovered this, because it's one of those things you never think about, but you always wonder, how did they get the info?
Easy for you to say. How will I retrace my steps?
And Kigali, such a strong female character.
Here, this
Yep.
let go of me, you jerk!
Honestly, hands down,
Involved.
people are going to disagree.
Be okay.
I think the characters in this
Mhm.
have better arcs than most Gundams.
They do. They do. Seed has a lot of haters,
It has been a hit.
but I have always really loved Seed's universe.
Well, you know, most people beg on the animation or the fact that it's just retelling the original series.
Yeah. And you get a lot of recycled animation, especially.
Yeah. There's no denying the recycled animation.
I knew it.
But
Your force's prototype mobile weapon.
But honestly,
Father, I know
the
you
quality of the
sure
animation
know.
is quite good.
yeah.
Come on.
Even if they're going to reuse animation over and over again.
Crying won't help you. Come on now, run.
Honestly, if you go back and watch the original Macross, there's a lot of reused animation in that series.
Yeah.
Pretty impressive. How's yours?
And I'd rather see reused animation than low quality animation like the original Gundam series.
Mhm.
I mean, every scene, the Gundam looked completely different because the animation was just horrid.
Not yet.
It's a thing of the time. We understand. Yeah.
Where are Raffin and Rusty? Taking their time. I don't think they'll have any trouble. Let's stick with the plan. We'll leave with these three. Let's get them to Commander Le Creuset before they get damaged.
Commander Le Creuset.
That.
Ezak.
See? Some people have evacuated here. Is there still someone out
I
there?
feel like
Yes.
he's the
My friend
guy
and I
of
need
this
to get
series.
inside. Please, open the door.
Yeah.
That's right.
Like, you hate him,
The capacity
but he's got a quality to him.
Can you make it there?
Realistically, he's just
Please, take my friend at least. She's just a
doing
girl.
his duty of what he thinks is right.
Yeah, okay. Sorry.
Doing his job. Doing exactly what he should. Exactly what he should.
Get in, will ya? I'll go to the other side. Don't worry, okay? Hurry.
Let's face it, any commander with equality would take Athrun off of this assignment so fast.
Amana, Brian, get them up and running now.
Casualty aboard.
I know, I heard it drop.
Behind you,
pen on a gray floor. All right. So those having drinking games started.
Oh, here it is. Found it.
That is the first drop piece of the series.
Boom. It will happen. And there is a Jazz who will gladly take said part.
You know, she's never done that.
No. But you always wondered.
You kind of know where it falls because she'll kind of go over and see if it's food, and when she realizes it's not food, she'll leave it alone.
I don't want to eat that. That doesn't look good.
So it's got this weird little mouth, but then
Yeah.
also the head articulates
Okay.
to close up the eye and open the eye. It's kind of cool.
The moment where the friends meet.
Oh, yes. His name is Nickel. He's 15 years old. He likes to play the piano. Oh, I'm sorry.
We are not there, sir.
You said the moment. I just automatically assumed that moment.
Pivotal.
Shove the kid into the seats. And our first activation of 105 Smoke. Now,
Kaboom.
I didn't catch the name of this, but don't they just call it Phase 1 or something for the
Yep.
episodes?
Every episode is called Phase, and then
Does it
the
actually
number
have
of-
a name? Or is it
They
just-
do.
Okay.
Yes.
But I feel like this was Rise Gundam. Yeah.
I think Phase 1 was called False Peace. I could be wrong, but I believe it was.
Who knows? Talking.
Yep. Right. Well, there's a preview.
I'm not watching the previews.
Uh,
We're gonna watch the next episode. We
Now
don't
it's gonna
need a
be-
preview.
now it's gonna be a technical.
Yes.
Until we are.
Well, there's gonna come a day when we actually get another HDMI cord, and
Not that those are hard to come by. We just
you know, you go to record your first episode. You decide, hey, let's record an episode today. Hey, we're missing cables. Hey, let's record anyway. We'll get over it. Feel the production value.
well, oh, look at that.
So yeah. Why am I sanding every single vertebrae in the neck of this thing? Is there a reason for this?
I'm not sure. We may have
Technical difficulties beyond technical difficulties?
no, or there just may be a jump in audio. So we'll find out. We just got through episode 1 of the original dub of Gundam Seed, episode 1.
Yes, the ocean dub.
And now we will begin
We'll give it proper. It's Funimation dub.
the Funimation dub.
We'll make fun of the funny
Yes.
dubs, but
That shall begin now. Ding.
The first layer has been traversed. Decelerate to Mach 4. Now commencing cooling stage termination. 3 aerodynamic control.
Alpha 1, weapons loaded, prepared, and ready to burn. Bravo 2, Charlie 3, Delta 4, second layer traversed. We're going to send those filthy surface dwellers screaming into the hereafter. Clearing atmospheric turbulence. Slow it down to Mach 0.09.
honestly, there's a lot more technical jargon. It's not read by a computer system. It is literally done by the pilot. I kind of like that.
Yep.
All right, let's go. Where's that? Where's that? Where's that?
Boom.
honestly, that actually is not too bad. Now, I know there is some new animation mixed into this one.
They did. They put in some new scenes. It's actually 2 episodes shorter.
Well, that's because they took out recap.
Yep.
After the bloody Valentine's tragedy,
Narrator
tensions
voice
between
is
Earth
weird.
and the planet quickly
Yeah,
escalated,
it's a hard
growing
one to
from
get past.
animosity to full-fledged war.
I have a feeling we're gonna have a problem with a lot of the voices in this. But
My biggest problem was when it gets to Murder Rockets, but at least as far as I watched. Oh, man.
no. Well, and the names being pronounced differently. That's
They
gonna
will
actually-
pronounce the names differently. That gets when you've spent
Military was meant to crush the
Years.
South.
when you spent 20 some odd years watching things with certain voices, you are attached to those voices.
11
And when they
months have
change,
passed now since the bloody Valentine's tragedy,
What?
and there is no end in sight.
This sounds like Catherine Janeway. That's what's bothering me.
kind of did, yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have to deal with this. Just, yeah, because trying to skip this without having chapters is
Yeah,
gonna be rough. At least
Yeah.
they kept the same opening theme songs.
yeah.
I don't know.
Actually, what I'll do is
That is a good call.
we'll mute the audio for the intro song.
You know, like we need to be monetized anyways,
Right. That's not the goal, but we don't need takedown things or anything like that. You can DCMA for audio.
Yeah.
You can't play that. You weren't authorized.
Oh God, and they show the orange suit of Miguel's.
Do they?
Yep, it's right there in the open.
There. Yeah. That's. Well,
Oh, they're showing it with the Salt Shroud on the duel already.
that's right.
I wonder if they changed the opening 40 times like they do.
Guess we'll find out if we pay attention to it.
Alright. I think it's about there.
Almost ready for Turn to Form. False Peace, episode 1.
Now, I hate it because I'm wanting to watch this. Look at that. Honestly, the animation is way better in this.
It is.
I know it's a higher quality.
Higher quality because they
Here
actually
comes-
went to.
It's,
This is where you were. Professor Cato's been looking all over for you, man. Oh, yeah?
He told us to drag you back to Professor.
she's not bad.
That you're working on some special project?
He's gotta be kidding. I haven't even gotten a handle on all the stuff he handed me yesterday.
Wow. I
Different.
mean, he's not white.
No.
Yeah. You're invading Kaohsiung.
And I know, two different companies doing dubs. It's always going to be a little off.
Different companies. Different actors going to bring their own spin to characters. Nothing against the actors. It's just not what we are accustomed to. So.
Worry about it? They're close. But war's neutral. No part of this war is ever gonna touch us here.
Oh, that
30s.
line, that line gets so funny. Every time.
37 minutes later. What?
Well, I mean, wait, do they use little kids' voices here?
May have.
I'm trying to remember. I think the original dub was just their voices.
Kira? They're real jumpy today. Come on, let's go.
Yeah, they
That
probably-
reaction was a little over the top.
Right, it's changed a little bit.
No, we said we're going to go in with eyes wide open. Like I said, Mary Elliott. That voice was not too bad. That was close.
No, they're not.
Kira's is way off.
We are grateful for the escort Lieutenant Flocka. Better not. Likewise. Life is a piece of cake. Almost a day off. Are
And his is actually fine.
Yeah, he seems a little more straight. And I know they changed the script as well. On a lot of it. Yes, the 5 dead Gundam pilots.
As long as the iconic lines are still in there.
Never Ending Tomorrow. That was the new game.
PlayStation 2.
That had a lot of backstory of like how he earned the name, the Hawking Endymion.
Yeah.
And if I remember correctly, this has the new type Flash in it too, doesn't it? Didn't they add the new type Flash into these? I know they did in the movie version of the original. They added it.
They might have, I'm not sure. They do have it, and Kira has it in See Destiny. I know he does.
Ah! Ah! Nataro Badger, what'd you do to her? Flay's not bad either.
Good-looking guy coming in on your territory. Well, looks like you got yourself a rival. Time to make a move. What's that supposed to mean?
Yeah, they definitely updated the terms. Wow. I don't know if I like that character so much. That voice is just not.
Not what you're.
No.
It's not what you're expecting.
Man up, you. If you can't ask, I will. It's a popular girl. All right, that's enough.
And I'm finding myself trying to watch it now because I need to know who's talking because I don't know the voices.
Right, see, when we watch the original dub episode, don't have to per se pay attention to a whole lot because we've seen it a bunch of times and we know who's who by the sound.
Oh God, the first one that's gonna have a name that's mispronounced horribly. It's Kigali.
Kigali.
Don't care. It's Kigali.
They butcher Kigali. They butcher Ramius.
They call him Charaz.
Char.
Did watch a video the other night. Finally, a YouTuber. They called him Char, like he's called. And I was like, oh boy, your video is not that good, but at least you know how to pronounce his name. Well, it's Mobile Suit, and he was pronouncing that mobile. Mobile.
No, it's not your phone.
His voice is different too. I mean, they're all different. I don't know why I keep saying that, but it's
Because
we just watched the other.
in your mind, you're still not expecting it to be.
We just
That's
watched,
not wrong per se.
well, like I said, we just watched the other dubs, so
Please respond. That vessel's respond. Chief Controller, that's Comcast. Hey, shut up that alarm! That vessel, respond. Do you copy? Your actions are currently in violation of the treaty with the United Embers of Ore. That vessel, do you copy? Stop your ships at once! Stop at once! You're not responding, sir. And projecting electrical interference. Chief, this is an act of war.
who they're having radio from. You don't know this. They're launching mobile suits. That's an act 4.
How many? 2 vessels. 1 Dodson class, 1 Lorraine. We confirmed they launched mobile suits before the radars were jammed. Keep Luke and Hale in their Mobius units for now. Do not let them go out. Keep your head. They want us to panic. Play right to their hands. Back to your station. Let you out of that. To 80% rising. Response team, commence loading of light.
I'm enjoying the fact that there's more technical jargon being thrown around by the like
Yes.
background.
We have. Get Lieutenant Ramius now. And get the two
Ramius?
others on board.
Ramius.
Ramius. Spelled with an O. That's,
And I'm pretty sure when they say
where's it spelled with an A?
Maru, they say Mario or something like that. It's been a while since I watched this, but
The Archangel! Everyone move!
Not a lot of emotion there, but her voice isn't terrible. Dust.
Lieutenant Lamont, launch the ship now. The harbor's about to be taken. I'm taking off.
It shows that, but it doesn't show.
Get reports of 2 Dash mobile suits inside Area 7.
what are those things?
Everybody else seems to know right off the bat. You guys clueless.
There it is. Exactly the way the commander predicted. All we gotta do is pump the bear and little makeup roaring out. They're natural. It's only right that they're idiots.
Wait, was that exact?
Looks like our boys in the
She's
jack
talking about
early.
Rusty with an AR.
Roger that. It must be a new record. Way to go, Isaac.
Let's face it, the movie is here. If you're going to fly a non-Gundam, that's what you want.
Movies? So,
Obviously not the Mobius mass-produced type, because they...
Zach, mobile. Get the X-105 and the X-303 ready for
Nope,
combat.
nope,
Now,
Drew
let me
Ramius
set
is
this
pretty bad.
now that you heard a full sentence.
Like, get to the Archangel, that sounded alright.
So where's that?
What the heck is going on?
No idea. Dash has attacked the colony. Mobile suits are out there going crazy. You kids better get to safety.
Hey, wait!
Kira! Be right back.
accomplished over there?
That torso, and that'll be done.
Every factory gets forged. Anything we can't carry gets scrapped. The intelligence said there's supply. Ather, have you got eyes
I'm
on
not
it?
doing what I normally do and just going for the manual.
Gotcha.
Well, the Q doesn't really.
You're not going to
Need
do
a
your
base.
normal front. So, yeah.
Traditionally, we work with the what we love to call the nutsack, so we can put it on a base and build the suit off of a base.
I tend to always make the head first.
And
I
most
just always
instructions have the head being built first.
Yeah, but this one wanted the torso. And I'm just following. As it were.
What did you think I was? A boy? Well,
What do you think of this?
I can't wait to see if it's true.
Where am I supposed to go? Can't exactly turn around now.
I don't know.
We can.
Hers isn't
Let's go
bad.
this way.
It's not. We're not saying they're bad. Once again,
No.
respect to the voice actors. The voice actors work hard and they earn it. It's hard. It's like recasting somebody in a movie. You can't just walk in and say, "It's me. I'm here. Deal with it."
Yep.
Yeah.
Any
he's
negative
still not
things-
roadie.
Any negative things that we're going to say about these voice actors, it's not, or the dub, it's not against the actors or anything like that. It's
No,
just
dub-
not what we're used
And my reference to Don Cheadle
Yeah.
placing Terrence Howard.
Yep.
He's not roadie. Terrence Howard played roadie to a T,
to. Mm-hmm.
but Don Cheadle, we love Don Cheadle.
Right.
And he made a more funny role than a serious military role.
Which is what they wanted.
Come on, we gotta go.
That voice is bad.
We have to run.
And I don't understand how they couldn't get the voice actor. She's still working. I know they probably just used in-house actors because
What do you say, Dirka? Nice. Just finished the update.
Dirka?
Dirka?
Ready to go.
Now, Tiarka sounds pretty good. Like,
Nicole.
wow, he's got a kid's voice.
Weirdo.
Don't worry, they'll make it out. All right, now let's get these free suits back to the ship. Commander Luck Crusade will have your hide if they're damaged.
It's so serious.
Why so serious?
Oh. Oh boy. I'm sorry, I got distracted for a minute. So the suit here.
Yes, there's two of us. We need to get in. Please open the door. Yeah.
Hey, at least this guy isn't an arrogant douche in the
You gotta take my friend.
shelter.
Yeah.
Kid,
Like
okay?
the last one, he was just like, "Do ya?"
No.
Oh, that would have been the guy from SAO.
Just stay here,
Because
okay?
beta tester.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. SAO Bridge, far superior than the original. Watch the original, then watch a bridge and love yourself for it.
Come on up, Brian, fall back and get us started.
Hey, behind you!
That kid again.
It's okay. I'm headed to the shelter to the left block.
You're not going to be safer out there.
Yep, that one was different. There's nothing back.
Wow. First Atherton line, and That is not Athens. I would just treat them as different characters because they pronunciate their names completely wrong. Ooh, wait. Friends seeing each other for the first time. Once again, new dub.
Birdie.
Well, it's called Athens.
Yeah. And he didn't sound too bad.
Gotta bust out the part separator.
Uh-oh.
I've been distracted. No, the part separator beat the hell. I don't know if I can get it to work.
And the Gundam launches.
Ooh, doesn't play the theme song.
No.
Cuts it in late.
Yeah. And not at the same.
Yeah, 'cause
Like,
it the other one hits that in theme song hard when
Yeah.
it's standing up,
Bad getting up.
and it didn't cut the actual theme in until the credits started rolling at the end. Well,
Well, that was episode 1 and episode 1. And episode 1.
yes, and probably could have gotten that in without separating the piece back apart, but progression. A little bit of the torso, the head, sanding all the vertebrae in the neck, and I have 2 more necks to do on this one.
Yeah.
But
I'm almost done with the freedom gun's head. I gotta do this. The rest of his V fin, but torso and head.
well, that was episode 1.
Episode 1.
And hopefully you enjoyed it. We'll hopefully see you for episode 2 when we continue this journey of watching one episode followed by another episode.
While we build Gundam Seed model kits.
Yes. And hopefully we have enough seed kits in the backlog to keep us going.
We'll make it.
Yeah.
Right now, like I'm building Freedom, which is from Gundam Seed. You're building the Kerber Spaku
From Stargazer.
Seed Stargazer. We have some kits from the movie.
Obviously, we have Build Fighter kits.
Yep.
Because the Strike Freedom Perfect is an okay kit. We're not here to review it. Weapons are a little weird, but I like that backpack. Anyways, we're getting distracted. We'll catch you guys next time,
Yes.
and we'll see you in episode 2.
Bye.